This is a pretty bad gaming mouse. First of all, I took it apart. I posted pictures showing the insides. It's using a PAW3212 sensor, which is a Pixart sensor, but man, is it a bad sensor. So first of all, if you move the cursor slowly, it's okay. There definitely is some angle snapping. I'll show you guys that here. So just trying to draw like circles and stuff, you'll see that the circles have squared off edges, and that's angle snapping. And then see how the boxes are really nice and perpendicular. There's definitely angle snapping, so maybe for like a casual, you do a lot of work in Excel or something, or PowerPoint, this is fine. But for a gaming mouse, you don't want angle snapping, because that means if you're tracking an enemy, in a game and they're going at a slight angle, the mouse is going to try to keep you perfectly horizontal. So that's actually really apparent when you move the cursor slowly. Even just here without using paint, I can tell it's locking me in on the horizontals and verticals. But then once you start moving the mouse faster, it has this weird motion delay. So you can see I stop moving my wrist and the cursor catches up. And this happens, it's not as noticeable on camera, but if you actually do it, I don't even have to move the mouse that fast to be able to notice it. It's bad. And then if you move the mouse too fast, there's a bunch of really bad negative acceleration, and it spins out. You can see how it goes down there even though I'm only swiping left to right. Yeah, so, alright. Next thing is, well, is it at least like a good lightweight mouse? And the answer to that is not really. It's not that lightweight. It's 84-ish grams on my scale. There's much lighter mice available for really the same price. Even like the Logitech G305 goes on sale for $30. And that is a phenomenal mouse for the money. The shape is actually pretty darn good compared to like my Viper V2. Yeah, I'm using a weird lens distortion thing here, but it's a large mouse, but it has a narrow grip width, which is actually really nice. I really like this tapering. I wish that if this had like better internals, this actually would be pretty darn good. Also, with the weight, it has a 600 milliamp hour battery, which is big. It's like a 12-gram battery alone. And then also you can see underneath the honeycomb, there's a solid piece of plastic, and that acts as a diffuser for the RGB, and that piece alone is just redundant. The RGB at the base here is pretty darn cool, I gotta say. They use a lot of different LEDs for a really smooth gradient, so that's impressive. Bottom of the mouse here, it has the toggle for turning off the RGB lights. Yeah, so it's just, you got 3 positions. You have off, you have lights on, and just normal on. But it is a little finicky. It does have a space for the dongle. The dongle looks like this. And what else? The Teflon feet are really thin and pretty cheap. They're so thin you can actually see the screw holes underneath them a little bit faintly. And it's cheap Teflon. It's not virgin Teflon. If my camera won't pick it up, but there are brownish, blackish, grayish specks throughout this, so it's not virgin Teflon either. PCB is black, which is nice. The honeycomb actually doesn't really bother my my fingers too much. It's nice and smooth. It is rather thick, like they definitely could have gone thinner on this if they wanted to. You do have to watch out for honeycomb mice. They will get goobered up over time with your skin. Now for button feel, they are, right mouse and left mouse are both stiff. They're using yellow Huano switches, which are a heavier switch. You more commonly see these used for middle scroll wheel switches on most mice. So they are heavy. They're not bad. The shell implementation is pretty good. There's definitely a bit of post-travel to my mouse too. I can still wiggle it after it's been pressed, but really the buttons aren't that bad. The other buttons suck though. Middle mouse is one of the stiffest I've felt, and it doesn't have a lot of tactile feedback to it. You really gotta press on it. And the other buttons are using, so your DPI here and your illumination button and your side buttons, those are using not standard micro switches, but like the little black push buttons. And yeah, you can tell it just doesn't feel that great. I haven't downloaded the software or anything. Quite frankly, I'm probably not going to use this mouse too much, but it was worth trying out, and they do have a QC pass sticker on it, so I guess they are actually quality checking them for what that's worth. Anyway, hopefully this helped you guys. Check out the other pictures I have uploaded showing the internals if you're curious.
Hey there, we're going to go ahead and unbox this SOLAKAKA gaming mouse. Yes, it is the pink one. I wondered. The pink one, but the box was black, so don't lose hope if you get the black box. Okay. There's your spot for the USB dongle, which is excellent. All wireless mice should have one. And we do have lots of connection options on here. So you've got a couple Bluetooth ones and the 2.4 gigahertz, which is super nice. And then we've got, of course, the on switch with your lights and stuff. Nice to see. Making sure there's no plastic over these mouse feet here. Doesn't seem like it. So, feels fairly smooth. It feels really solid. It's definitely not a super light mouse with the honeycomb holes, but clicks feel great. Wheels a little meh. Got our light button, and then it's probably DPI. Cool. I'll talk about it more in the written review. And yeah, just our charging cable, USB-C, so good points there. And then our little booklet. So cool. I'm gonna put this through its paces playing some games, and then check out the written review for the rest of my thoughts.
So my mom recently got me this RGB gaming mouse. It's pretty good. Like the RGB is nice, but the problem is when see how it goes away, the RGB, when you every time it stays still, it comes back, but then when you move it or when you click, it goes away. So that's the only problem, but like everything else is pretty nice. Like this, the buttons are pretty nice, clicking, all of that. So that's just the only problem.